So it is finally time for some Temur Urza Midrange. So I use the delineation midrange when I'm talking about an Urza deck that is not playing the Thopter Sword combo. I played against Elven 7 today in Pioneer, who had some decent success with blue-green Simic Urza, blue-green Urza, midrange, with no copies of Sword of the Meek or Thopter Foundry. That deck was based around cards like Uro and playing disruptive elements in Cryptic Command, Archmage's Charm, and Metallic Rebuke. So you've got counter magic, you're able to grind, you've got Mystic Sanctuaries for the Cryptic Command Loch, and they were playing cards like Uro, Icefang Quaddle, and Gilded Goose. Yeah. So in this version, I'm trying out something that Zach Goldman's version of the deck was trying out, which is Wrenn 6. So Wrenn 6 in here gives us a neat access to a land package. And I've decided to up the land number to 23 because Uro and Wrenn 6 both benefit from having a higher land count. It means I'm able to play 2 Mystic Sanctuaries and some interesting lands like Lonely Sandbar, which cycles, which is a draw engine with Wrenn 6. Fiery Islet, which cycles from play, which is a draw engine with Wrenn 6. And then 2 copies of Field of Ruin and a single copy of Buried Ruin. We don't always have an Emry in play, and Emry is easy to kill. So Buried Ruin gives us some access to artifacts that have been put into our graveyard. We are playing 10 artifacts that can cost 0, as well as 6 more that cost 1. So this gives us a very high likelihood of getting a turn 2 Emry if Emry is in our opening draw, or even a turn 1 Emry if we really want to push for it. And then we're also playing a couple copies of Galvanic Blast and a single Pyrite Spellbomb as creature interaction for a lot of the linear creature decks and things like Burn. Our sideboard has 3 copies of Blood Moon. One of the most popular decks or most powerful decks in Modern at least, is Amulet Titan. So we've got Blood Moon Ashiok in here for a plan against them. We've also got Damping Sphere. I'm not entirely sure if I should be playing Damping Sphere, Blood Moon, and Ashiok. Seems like a bit of overkill because I'm not anticipating bringing in Damping Sphere against the Titan deck. It's not very good. And if I'm not bringing it in against the Titan deck, what do I have it there for? I'm not 100% sure. Maybe if we run into Storm or something like that. We've got Thragtusk and Weather Storm for Burn, and Veil of Summer for black mid-range decks that are going to try to Thoughtseize Inquisition us. We could also bring in Veil of Summer against counterspell heavy decks. So we're going to hop into the queue with this. As I was talking through it, clearly Damping Sphere is something slightly questionable. So we'll look and see if it has any play anywhere. And if it does not, probably going to get cut, and we will do a little shuffle-a-reeny moving forward. So this is the very first version of Urza that is kind of a from-scratch brew from myself. So the last time I tried brewing something was a blue-black version of Urza with Liliana the Veil in the main deck, and I promptly 0-4'd with it. So we will see if I have any chops on this archetype now with more experience. Throw some tunes on for myself. Try to keep the energy up here while I'm streaming without Roybert. Showing. Let's do it up. Very first draw, not really presenting us with a lot of the options that we want. There's no interaction, no quick Emry, nothing we can do until turn 3, other than Tormod's Crypt having text, so I'm not going to keep that. This is a much better hand. We'll figure out on turn 1 if we want to, or we'll figure out from my opponent's turn 1 if we want to turn 1 Emry or not. Also depends on what we draw. Sanctum Serum Visions. Not entirely sure what that means. Cat combo. That's a Saheeli cat combo. Could be an awful lot of stuff. We're going to take it a little slow here. Play the Astrolabe. Yeah, play a Bauble. Do I want to double Bauble here? No. Probably do. No, if I keep an extra Bauble, then if I draw a Metallic Rebuke next turn, I'll be able to play Emry and have a Rebuke. Okay, gotcha. Straight blue-green playing... Oh, goodness gracious. Okay. Yeah, so, welcome to Modern, folks. Enjoy your stay. So, maybe they'll whiff? They haven't played any pacts yet, or not pacts, no pacts. They haven't played any pacts yet, so it's possible we managed to get through this one, but it's like game 1 goes to the home team in Modern. Linear combo decks definitely getting the edge on this one. Double Summoner's Pact. I guess they're not whiffing. I don't even know if it's possible for them to whiff at this point, but we're going to stick it in, see. So it looks like this is going to be a deck against which a higher density of Metallic Rebukes would have been better, but we don't have them. We don't have Mystical Disputes in the sideboard either, which can counter Neo form for a single mana. So are they missing their... They might be missing their Lab Maniac. It might be one of the last cards in the deck. No, I guess they got it. Yeah. Alright. And they win. Cool. So, game 2 on the play, I guess. So, Ashiok seems reasonable. I think Damping Sphere actually seems okay. And then, it's the best we can do. I guess in theory we could play Bloodbound. If I have more things to cut. Brennan 6 does not seem very good here. Galvanic Blast is... Maybe could steal a game. Same with Aether Spellbomb. Same with Pyrite. But Aether Spellbomb is definitely better than Pyrite. Pyrite sitting in play. It's a little too obvious. I don't think they would play into it. Cuts things like Tormod's Crypt, I guess. Although it powers out a quick Emry, and Emry could power up our Mox Amber quickly. So don't think I want to cut anything much from there, but Saheeli and Uro can close games rather quickly. So, what do I need? I need... all of these feel generally too slow, but... I guess that's the way that deck feels when it goes off. Or the way it feels to play against that deck when it goes off. And Damping Sphere really does mess them up, but Blood Moon is potentially not useful. Ashiok again really messes them up. So we'll try that, and then we'll cut one Engineered Explosives, I guess. No, Tormod's Crypt? Nah, Engineered Explosives. Alright, we'll try it this way. So, not the most interesting or engaging gameplay in this game one. I could have cut a Buried Ruin. That terrible hand against that deck. We're looking for Metallic Rebuke. We're looking for... okay, this is an almost acceptable hand, but it doesn't have a second land for this Damping Sphere. So we're going to have to throw it back. They start with 7. They're going to have 8. I guess we're keeping this one. Throw the Galvanic Blast, I guess? No. So Bauble gives us turn 2 Emry, so we'll throw Sandbar. This is a tough one. I haven't seen any red mana from us, so depending on how this goes, we can conceal it. So I guess I could ship Galvanic Blast and Emry. Oh, this is a tough one. "23 lands on the deck. Let's see if we can draw 1 over the next 2 turns. I got Chancellor of the Tangle, so we could be dying on turn 1. We're going to shock in this breeding pool to represent Mystical Dispute. Hopefully they'll play around it. Pass it over. We'll bobble them upkeep. They're going to draw. What are you going to draw? Neoform. Yeah. So quite easily it could be a turn 1 kill here, which I guess means I should have put in the Misty Rainforest because that represents the... so they once upon a time they hit Gemstone Mine. Okay. The Misty Rainforest represents a mystical dispute just as much as the breeding pool does, but it also could have gotten the steam vents to play this Galvanic Blast. So definitely making misplays in weird situations against a very just brutal deck to play against. Are they going to respect the dispute? Nope. Unfortunately, we can't punish them for it. I think they're protecting themselves. Like they might have Veil in their deck post board. Because I could be thinking that I could dispute the Labman. It's going to be a real shame when they completely set themselves up in a way where I could win by blasting their Labman. Though I think they play Pact of Negation, so maybe it doesn't even matter. Well, I guess I got lucky against Neoshoalbrand the last time I played against it because I was able to have them kind of whiff and I was able to beat them. This guy, this human being, got I got the turn 2 in game 1 and this is the turn 1 in game 2. Yeah. 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 Shoot. Yeah. Alright, so had I left up the red mana, I at least would have had a fighting chance there. I think they play Pact, but... got modern right out of my first match. Winning die rolls against Magical Hack. I'm going to keep this in the dark. I think I'm going to hold on to the Bauble until I know it's up, and there's a chance we could draw an Emry. Forest. Sakura Tribe Scout. Cool. So, gonna blast that. Actually, I'm gonna look at what I'm gonna draw next turn. If it's a Ren and 6, I guess. Spellbomb. Yeah, we're gonna blast that. I would like to draw an Emry this turn, or Ren and 6. I'll take it. So, Breeding Pool. Play Aether Spellbomb. And pass the turn back. Omlette of Vigor, yeah. And a Valakut, alright. So, I have Field. I think we hold on to Field for potential Karoo. So the Karoo will trigger on Amulet, and then we can field it in response to the trigger. Breeding Pool, that's fine. Because even if I field that, then they still can cast an Azusa. It's a Dryad of the Elysian Grove. Yeah. I guess we get to kill one of their Valakuts this turn, so that's not too bad. I can also cycle my Spellbomb, trying to get some action going. Like to get a blue, because this means I could put my Galvanic Blast on top if I want to. Cryptic is a good-ish draw. Yeah, because next turn I can Ren in 6 and have Cryptic up. Super duper. So we're going to pass the turn over them. Hopefully they can't play an uncounterable Titan. Getting the beat down, yep. They can, in fact, cast a Titan. Azusa. Do I care about countering that? Alright. And do I want to put my Galvanic Blast on top right now? I don't think that I do. So I think we'll just get an island. Yeah, island. We'll go counter draw. Yeah, it's not great. It's also not great, but so I can Sanctuary to put the Cryptic back up top, which I guess is something. Can play my Red and 6. Can pick up a land. Suppose. Pick up field. Which I guess I should have played earlier. Cast the Mox Amber. Should look like I have Cryptic up again, which I will not. I don't, but I will have next turn. So hopefully they don't Titan me right here, right now. Don't Titan me, friend. Have a heart. You're going to attack my Ren 6? Sure. This is acceptable. Tapping for blue? Oh, it's Transmute. Okay. Not going for Titan, most likely, here. Cavern, of course. But I'm going to have the field. Okay, they didn't play it now, though. So I destroy their castle Garenbrig this turn. Doesn't really help me much. Two artifacts in play, so I can't. Right, we're gonna kill our castle. We're gonna pick up the field, play the field. I already played a land. Of course I did. Why wouldn't I have? So they've got two land plays. So if they have a Titan, they can do it no matter what. So guess I'm gonna have to let that happen. Shoot. They played Ghost Corner instead. Okay. Oh, right, they have a second land drop. And I could bounce their Dryad during combat, but then they'll just... They're passing the turn, huh? Interesting. More cryptics, you say? Very well. So they don't have a Titan yet. Guess I could try to destroy their Ghost Quarter to get it off the table. They can fizzle that, but it's not a big deal for me. They allowed it to happen. So do they have more basics? They do. Unfortunate. Pick up my field. Cool. Well, here comes the game loss, maybe? Let's see. With the extra cryptic in my hand, I think I want to protect my Ren 6. Let's bounce this thing, draw a card. See what happens here. They'll probably just go Cavern Titan wreck you, but they only have 4 land names. Once upon a time, okay. They could hit a Titan now. Cast the Dryad, yeah. So they're set up Titan next turn. Urza. That's something. Urza gives me an artifact so I can Galv Blast this. Okay. I don't know how much that matters. They can definitely resolve a single Titan. But I could bounce their Amulet in response. I'm going to play Field, Uro, see where that takes me. Tarn goes on the battlefield. Pick up a Misty. I think the Uro was a mistake. Still gonna have Cryptic. So we're okay. Definitely a Primeval Titan happening this turn. Now I can bounce the Amulet in response to the Titan, so they can't haste attack, and tap their team. Don't really know how far that gets me, but it gets me somewhere. Second Amulet. Yeah, that's okay. That changes things a bit, I guess. I can bounce the Dryad in response to Valakut triggers. So we're going to see what they go for here. And they had the Handweaver Battlements in hand. Yeah, okay. I suppose I could bounce their battlements here. Okay. So I can bounce the battlement and tap their team in response to the Titan trigger. And I can put the other Cryptic on top and then tap their team again next turn. Okay. Alright, we've got a line. I don't know how good it is, but we're going to try it. Yes. So tap my Tormod's Crypt, this, and this. And go... Return target permanent to its... oh, hold on. Titan resolves. I can actually let them get the lands and stack their triggers first? Yes. Yeah, alright, got it. So we'll see how they do that. Okay, so there's Valakut's. Alright. So I gotta bounce Dryad. That's an absolute must. Which they're gonna be able to recast. So bounce Dryad, tap their team? Yeah. There you go. Yeah, cool. So it doesn't matter, they could haste the Dryad afterwards, but I think this is the best we could possibly do. They're definitely able to replay the Dryad. They might be able to play a second Titan, which would be terrifying, but can't do anything about that with so many, with the second amulet. They already made their 2 land drops. So even if they replay the Dryad, they're not able to make another land drop. Cool. You can haste the Dryad. But they can't do anything else. I don't think. I have another Cryptic on top of my deck, so next turn I can tap their team. Yeah, alright. So I can field the Valakut. Can pick up my field. Play it again. I could field Cavern, but I don't really think that matters. I think playing Uro will be better. So we're going to play Uro. Exile Tarn, Spellbomb, Baubles, Rainforest, and guess Cryptic because I have one in my hand. Get Uro into play. Trigger. Draw. Maybe I get an artifact here. Yes, I did. Cool. Tapped all of my snow, so just being a bad player over here, as we do. I'm going to attack with my Construct, because it's not too likely they're going to block me here. So the worst thing that can happen to me this turn is another Titan, I think. But I don't know how much of an out I had for that no matter what. So we're just hoping that... But I should be through all their Valakuts. I think they only play 2. So we'll see how clever they are with their play this turn. Might be able to steal this game. Begin combat, you say. I would like to tap your team and bounce my Sanctuary. You have no interaction with lands right now, so... Don't bog me, friendo. So I'm pretty sure I can't kill you in one shot. Red-white, you said. What is this? Jeskai mana, okay. Bring to light. EE on 4. Yeah, I guess you can kill my Urza. Yeah. It's a legal Magic the Gathering play. It's not going to save you right now, but... Field their Hanweir Battlements right now, I think, is the most relevant. No. I have no more lands to get. I believe they do not either. Cool. Pick up my field. But I have to play Mystic Sanctuary. Cryptic goes on top. Okey-doke. Yes, I would like to. Play Astrolabe to draw it. Make my construct bigger. Okay, and then we go combat. Attack. Draw a card. Would I like to put this Buried Ruin to play or this Field of Ruin? Field of Ruin seems better. If I field, I still have enough mana for Cryptic, so we're going to do that. Yep. Just stripping them down a little bit. It looks like we might have stolen game 1. Yeah, because if they play another Titan, I can just go counter tap your team and kill you. Once upon a time. That's completely legal. Why MTGO instead of Arena? Well, my friend Slow Wolf. The wolf that is slow. Wow, Slow Wolf raided me. Sweet. I completely missed that. You might have been missing some sweet magic. So the biggest thing is that Magic the Gathering Arena does not offer every format. This is the premier play client for Magic the Gathering. This is where you can play the most tournaments for the most cash value, and Modern is the best format for me to play right now. Standard is kind of boring-ish. It's very grindy. All right, so we got Hashiok and Blood Moon coming in here. Yeah. Arena doesn't even have Pioneer yet. Arena has Historic, which is a more made up than most formats, unsupported format. There's no major tournaments for it, and it's, yeah. Let's see. EE's good. Tormod's Crypt is very, very, very medium. Need some more cuts. Archmage's Charm is probably not super great. So Metallic Rebuke has the advantage of being quick. Cryptic Command has the advantage of completely winning me games like it just did there. I would like to keep the Saheeli, but I think the way these games are going to play out, well, let's try cutting an Urza. So actually the Buried Ruin is probably not great in this matchup, so let's keep the Urza. I'm not too worried about that aspect of grinding. Yeah, none of the artifacts that I can rebuy are particularly high impact here. Arguably, Standard has always been a bit boring. I will say, yes, compared to most Legacy formats, that is a reasonable assertion. All right, this is acceptable-ish on the draw. I've got 2 redraws, so I just need to draw into some interaction. They took a mull, they took a second mull, but Titan mulligans exceptionally well. So, still a good chance we get eaten. That was a fantastic draw. So, play Astrolabe, draw a card. I can Bauble them and still have Rebuke up next turn, so we're going to upkeep Bauble them since I don't have interaction. Summoner's Pact, sure. You can have all the Summoner's Pacts you want. Bog me! Well, that's terribly rude. My graveyard, my sweet, sweet Mishra's Bauble. If I had an Emry, I would be devastated right now. Draws Emry. No, I didn't. Good. Okay, so we're going to play the second Astrolabe. We can also use that for Metallic Rebuke. Cool, and pass it back. So, a little slow going here, but we are going to be able to set up for Blood Moon this turn. Dryad of the Elysian Grove. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say no. Oh, no, that's not what I want to do. Improvise. Hey, check it out! I made something new up. Did you say you made something new up? All right. So these are both about to be mountains, but I've got Astrolabe, so it doesn't really matter. So I think I would have taken less damage the other way around, but whatever. Turn that one into the red. Play the Blood Moon. Blood Moon against their Mull to 5 seems like could be good. Probably should have held that Bauble, because I'm about to play Saheeli out as my clock, quote unquote. They have an awful lot of mountains over there. Look at all these mountains. 1, 2, 3, 3 mountains. Is Rob still playing Arena? Rob is definitely still playing Arena. Beast Within my Blood Moon. Yes. Well, Enter Bauble you. I would like to draw more interaction. We've got Henry O'Balmans coming up. Okay. Okay. So I can put Metallic Rebuke on top of my library. They can pack this turn, but they don't have anything else going on yet. So I think I'm in the clear to play Saheeli. Sack this for Mystic Sanctuary. Sanctuary the Rebuke on top of my deck, yes. Hold up my 1 mana. Yeah, and attack for 3. Cool. So we don't die immediately this turn. Many mountains, handle them. I'm trying, bud. I'm trying. Dryad of the Elysian Groves resolves. You have 2 land plays. Hand of Battlements, sure. You may haste your 2/4. Oh, the last card in your hand is Summoner's Pact. That's fine. So I know exactly how handled this game is right now. So play Misty, because if I want to, I can loop this Aether Spellbomb. Gonna attack for 3? No, I'm gonna leave this on D. So neat tricks with Saheeli, Sublime Artificer. The I don't know, the definitive edition. I don't know. So I'm gonna make my Astrolabe into an Aether Spellbomb. I'm gonna sack my Astrolabe Spellbomb to draw a card. One of many tricks you can do with Saheeli, Sublime Artificer. Arena will eventually have Pioneer, but they have given us 0 indication on what kind of timeline we can expect that. So my hopes are not high for Expedient. Begin combat, sure. Yeah. Emry, well, that's an A+ draw. Flip an Uro? Flip Blood Moon. Oh, that's not at all. And a Nashiok. Super. So I could turn my Astrolabe into a Spellbomb. But I don't. No, because I want to keep one Astrolabe. Turn my Servo into a Spellbomb. Sack the Servo. Yeah, we're way down the clock, so I'm going to need to start making my decisions a little quicker. I'm going to make red, blue, green. Play EE on 3. I want to have this in play in case the Dryad... In case there is a Valakut situation in which the Dryad is relevant. Sakura Tribe Sculptor. Yep, that's fine. Gonna be able to start making a pretty reasonable number of servos this turn. So I'm gonna play Mox Amber. Make a servo. Use Emry to replay Astrolabe. Make a servo. If I ever draw an Urza, this is going to go completely nuts. It's a Misty Rainforest. I already have my Mystic Sanctuary in hand, so I'll play Misty. I'm going to start fetching more aggressively. Starting next turn, I can bounce something with Aether Spellbomb every turn. Actually, I'm kind of incentivized to do that right now. Yeah, it's fine. So we're going to bounce the Dryad this turn. Then I can start doing that every single turn. Alternatively, if they play the Dryad this turn, I can rebuke it. They have Summoner's Pact in hand, so yeah, I'm going to counter that. And then I can put this on top next turn and draw it. So we're in a pretty good shape here. I think we got the game win here. Titan Mull to 5 and died to a reasonably interactive draw from my deck. So I definitely want to draw this Metallic Rebuke, so let's deal with that first. So we're going to play Mystic Sanctuary, put the Rebuke on top. Yes. Going to activate Emry, target Spellbomb, cast Spellbomb, trigger, draw a card. Cool, and now I can run in 6. Oops. Tap this for red, pay for it that way, tap this for green. Cool. Run 6. Yep. Don't need to pick up a land right now, so I'm just going to pick off this Tribe Scout and crack in for this many. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Valakut is Blasty Red Land. Yes, it is. Cool. So they still have their Summoner's Pact in hand, but without enough mana to play a Titan, and even they can't Rec Sage through my Metallic Rebuke. Okay, well, they're casting Pact, so this looks like a Hail Mary. Hopefully they don't have a Cavern of Souls in their hand. There it is. So, of course they do. They don't have an Omlette, so the amount that this could be bad is not terribly high. Yeah. So this is going to be some zombies, I guess, from Field of the Dead. So I'm going to go double thin at the end of this turn. See if we can't draw into some action here. But I think I might even be able to swing around the zombies and just kill them. There's a big Titan. That is the biggest Titan there is. Did you know that nowadays Primeval Titan is both Grave Titan and Inferno Titan? It's pretty sick. So I guess it's all three. This is the Triple Titan. Banned in EDH for a reason, I guess. They're tanking over there, so I'm pretty sure they don't have an easy out to this. That's Ducking Dumb. How does that work? Let me tell you, bud. Valakut, Molten Pinnacle, with the new card Dryad of the Elysian Grove, means that every land that Primeval Titan fetches is a Lightning Bolt. Obviously, they don't have that set up right now, but it frequently happens. Then there's also Field of the Dead, and when you get 2 lands with Primeval Titan, and one of them is Field of the Dead, and you have 7 or more different land names, then your Field of the Dead generates you 2 zombies. So your Primeval Titan coming into play can deal 2 lightning bolts and put 2 zombies into play when the deck is firing on all cylinders. It can actually do more than that, but that's like a reasonable setup of things that it could do. Okay, so they're putting 4 zombies into play, so this is going to be kind of hard to kill them around. So we're going to fetch just to get a couple lands out of the deck. See if we can't draw some action. That is not it. So can use Emry to replace Spellbomb here. It's definitely the best card to replay. It's going to trigger my Saheeli. So I have 6 servos and a 3/3 beast. So I'm definitely not killing them this turn. One of the plays I could have gone for was I could have blown up my E in theory and then Emry'd it in response to bring it back out on 0. The problem is that would have killed everything that I have. So it's very tempting to Aether Spellbomb here and just go for more draw steps. Don't think this Titan is going to kill us yet, but that endless churn of zombies is going to be a problem fairly quickly. So I can attack for 3 plus all of these servos. If I bounce the Titan, they have to pay for their pack next turn, so they're only going to have 4 mana left afterwards. It's incredible and silly. It absolutely is. So they have to pay for their pact, and then they can't replay the Titan. So I could hit them for like 3 this turn. I get a draw step no matter what. So I guess we're passing the turn here and just seeing what happens. I might be priced into bouncing their Titan anyway. Oops, I let them attack. Definitely was not supposed to click OK there. So this is going to be a problem because there's going to be a lot more zombies. Could top deck a Cryptic Command, so we're gonna cycle this Aether Spellbomb at end of turn and try to pick up a Cryptic and win the game like that. Do have 2 Cryptics in the deck and 3 draws at it. Oh, and it's attacking Renin 6. I guess that's fine. Gonna gain 2? Sure. Yeah, you can kill Renin 6, that's fine. Not concerned. You can have as many zombies as you want. If I tap them all, I'm going to be okay. Omlette of Vigor, sure. So, sack this draw. So setting my EE on 3 was clearly a mistake earlier, but take the good with the bad, take them both, and there you have facts of life. So sack Aether Spellbomb, draw a card. Blood Moon. It does cut the horde of zombies, so that's something. Pyrite Spellbomb. Still gonna try to draw the Cryptic here. Another Emry. Okay, so gonna play Blood Moon. Yep. If I mill over the Cryptic right now, it doesn't help me much. So we're gonna play Ashiok, blue, blue. Gonna mill him. Going to pass the turn. So we've got, I believe we have another turn because they have 10 zombies. I have at least, looks like 11 servos. So there's a good chance I can block such that I get a couple more draws at Cryptic here. Yep, you can attack, but you're not allowed to search because of Ashiok. All attacking me, sure. So we go to blocks, block 1 zombie, so I can take 6, and that means I'm a virtual 8, so I can take 3 zombies. Cool. So I can almost kill him on the crackback. Good luck, me. Good luck. I do have a Pyrite Spellbomb, so I actually have 2 extra damage. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then Pyrite once. Almost got lethal. Still need to get the Cryptic. Oh, Galvanic Blast. Well, that'll do. So neat match win here. Put in the 3. Finish him off with a Galvanic Blast off of a Mox Amber. Pew pew. And make 1 extra servo. Got him. I like Lightning Bolt. So 2-0 win against Titan. Obviously a little click intensive and got low on clock there, but sideboard cards worked decently well, showing up eventually. I'll point out, of course, once again, the Titan player did have to mold a 5 on game 2 there, but yep. Got that lightning. It did work. It did work. I mean, they alpha striked, so. I didn't have much of a choice. If they'd attacked with only Titan, I guess I could have chump blocked it. So, and then continued to keep generating at least one servo per turn. Got up to 3 more matches. Whew. It's going to be a late one, bud. It's going to be a late one. Oh, they already dropped. Couldn't even try. Why 3 matches and I'm fine with late? I'm doing some painting. Well, that's wonderful. When you play on Magic Online, if you want to compete in the leagues, they are 5-match leagues. And I am using a card rental service. So while you're in a league, the cards that you're using for your deck are locked to your account. You can't trade them. So the card rental service works by trading. So while you're in a league, if you want to play through, you have to keep all the cards, and so I can't return them to my card rental service. This does not have any early artifacts. My first spell would be on turn 3, so we're going to ship it. This is slightly better. It's not great, but it's slightly better. I'm going to put Sanctuary in the bottom, and we're going to trust in Red and 6 to carry us. Copperline Gorge. Well, that doesn't bode well for our hero. It's got to be Dredge. It is Dredge. So this opening draw with Tormod's Crypt is going to be kind of sick. That is one of the upsides to playing these in this list. We'll see if my opponent scoops the Crypt. They did not. So we're looking to draw an Emry ASAP. Emry, Lurker of the Loch. Bloodstained Mire, sure. It's going to be Cathartic. Life from the Loam. Sure. Sack my Scalding Tarn. I'm going to get Steam Vents here, tapped. With my Misty, I can get... Oh, I'm just getting Emry, got it. I'm just playing Emry this turn. So... I'm not actually worried about using Mystic Sanctuary early this game. So I am going to get the Snow-Covered Forest to preserve my life total a little bit. Play Emry. Pass the turn. And this is like the perfect setup against Dredge. There's very little they're likely to be able to do here. I'm going to let them, I'm going to let them Dredge with Life from the Loam. But from here on out, I can just Tormod's Crypt them every single turn. What does Ren do? So Ren is a 2-mana Planeswalker for red-green. It's got a +1 that return up to 1 land card from your graveyard to your hand, a -1 that says deals 1 damage to any target, and a -7 that says you gain an emblem with instants and sorceries in your graveyard have Retrace. And Retrace is, of course, you can discard a card. Oh, they could Conflag there. Okay, well, I'm just a bad player, aren't I? Alright, well, we'll survive this. We're gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. We'll be fine. We're great. So, play Renin 6 here. I'm gonna pick up one of my fetch lands. So the question is, am I interested in letting them dredge this Life from the Loam? And then casting it again next turn? Or do I just want to nip them in the bud here? Yeah, and Red and 6 is pretty good. It's quite powerful. One of the best cards in Modern Horizons. Got banned in Legacy for being abused with Wasteland. Okay, I think Dredge 1 is not all that scary. What are you going to draw? What's on top of your deck? Prized Amalgam. Alright. Prized Amalgam in mind. I'm going to nuke their yard now. Oh, they had Stinkweed in there as well, so we will see what happens here. So they drew a Prized Amalgam, so I know they have that in hand. They could probably play it. But Urza can block. Yes, they can play it. That's fine. Urza can block that, no problem. So, Snow-Covered Island. Play Urza, Lord High Artificer. Now I got all kinds of mana. Play my Mishra's Bauble. Pick up a land. I'm not going to activate my Bauble because I can use it. Yeah, hadn't even thought of Wasteland. Oh, well, let me tell you, friend. They definitely did. Boy, did they ever. Would you like to attack into my 1/4? No? Sweet. I'll hold on to my Bauble for now because got the Galvanic Blast in my hand that's currently being turned on. Definitely thinks it's kind of sexy. And I can use a Mystic Sanctuary to put the other one. Actually, do I want to spin my Urza here? If I do, I have no. I sequenced badly. Let's not commit to a bad line. Okay, we're gonna go and turn blast them. No. Do I want? No. We're just gonna sit. Ren 6 is getting close to Emblem. Plus, I just drew Lonely Sandbar, so now I've got the draw engine going with Ren 6, which is exactly what you want that to do. So pick up the Sandbar. Play the Scalding Tarn. No, I already have Misty, so I'm just going to Shock Breeding Pool. Play EE on 0 to start attacking. I think I will. Because I'm really close to just winning this game through damage. So let's just get this closed up and move on to game 2. Not sure what my opponent's up to over there, but it's been a landmark evening on the stream. We had many humans in the chat for a little while and some good back and forth. All right, cracking in for 4. We got there. Cool. I can cycle Lonely Sandbar again. Don't need to do it right now. Kind of want to hold on to lands for retracing this Galvanic Blast next turn, because then I could just burn them out like more than easily. They haven't flipped any Creeping Chills yet. I guess that's something I could worry about. Arcum is fine. Cool. So just go to my turn. grab my emblem. So the problem here is that I don't have enough red mana. So I'm going to Scalding Tarn. Gonna sack Scalding Tarn. Snow-covered island. So you just pass the turn? Yeah, I'm just gonna pass the turn. Oh, I shouldn't have played my land out, but it's fine. We'll be fine. Let's go end of turn, blast, retrace, blast, put the other blast on top of my deck, and then draw it. Life from the loam. That is fine. I'm going to kill you now. Would you like to attack for 1? That's fine. Take the 1. Alright, end of turn blast. Then cast blast for red. And discard the land. Fetch. Mystic Sanctuary. Put the blast on top. Yep. Go to draw. Blast you one more time. So blast you for 12. Yeah, well, I did create this deck. Not from scratch, obviously. I used the blueprint of a blue-green Urza deck and previous inspiration from a different looking Temur Urza deck. Okay, so Hashiok definitely coming in here. I don't know if there's anything else I really want to do. Probably see as game 2 develops, like Veil of Summer is possibly decent against their sideboard cards. Thragtusk also could be okay in a longer game. So I have to figure out what's not great in this matchup. I think EE is pretty middling. I want to cut my early artifacts too hard. Pyrite Spellbomb is probably not all that good. Rest of my cards seem decent, just slow. Really need to get early interaction. Cryptic Command is definitely great. Archmage's Charm is kind of medium here again. Maybe we'll cut the charms. So it counter spells though, but they're mostly dredging. Cut an EE, leave an Archmage's Charm. So this Archmage's Charm could be an EE. This Pyrite Spellbomb could be an Archmage's Charm. Gotten to do some real tricky magic already. Ended a game with a bunch of burn spells. All right. This is not a great hand, but it does have turn 2 Metallic Rebuke. They kept a... Oh, they multi 6. I think I'm going to try it just because the Astrolabe is a redraw. Not sure how lucky we can ask to get. They're going to 5. They're going to 4. But again, this is Dredge we're talking about here. They really don't need that many cards to be able to completely crush you. So we will see just how lucky of a 4 that is. Alright. They kept a 4. I guess it's time to die. Turn 1. Shocking Blood Crypt. Playing Shriekhorn. Yeah, okay. Potentially could play the turn 2 Emry here instead of holding up Metallic Rebuke. It's probably correct. We'll see how their turn 2 goes. Okay. Did not draw a Tormod's Crypt. That's what we would have liked to see the most there. Well, they flipped an Arcum at end of turn, so that's one of the better things that could happen there. Upkeep, they flip, double Dredge. So they're going to Dredge 5 here. They hit a Bloodghast. Cycle Forgotten Cave. They get to dredge 5. Didn't hit too much, just the Bloodghast. So pretty lucky from my side of things. Think I'm going to hold up Metallic Rebuke here. I think getting hit for 3 is not too bad. They don't have any dredgers left in the bin. Could put Shenanigans back on top. I'm not too worried about that. Upkeep Mill. Hit a Creeping Chill. Sure, I go to 15. And a Virtual 12. And 11 from my fetch. Shenanigans. Okay, so we're going to counter this. Doesn't feel great, but we're going to do it anyway. Really can't afford to go down artifact count right now. Okay, so Misty, play Emry. Conflag in their bin again. Flips Astrolabe and some pretty middling cards. So not great. So no dredging from them though. That's pretty lucky. They can conflag for 3, I believe, by pitching their whole hand. So they'll probably just ditch 2. Stinkweed, Stinkweed. Yep. So we could draw the Tormod's Crypt we so desperately need here. Gonna end a turn fetch. Since we're already under 10, it doesn't matter too much. Breeding Pool comes into play tapped. Got a reasonable-ish turn here. It's not anything to write home about, but it is at least going to stem the bleeding a little bit. So get an island, play Urza, trigger. Urza gives us the ability to tap this Astrolabe to play an Emry. Maybe Emry flips something nice. Yes, there is a Tormod's Crypt in my bin now. So if we make it through one more turn, we're going to be in pretty decent shape. But they are about to mill 5. So they hit an Arcum. They hit an Ox of Agonis. They do have Ancient Grudge in there that they can't cast. And there's a Prized Amalgam coming back. I've got a Cryptic though, so this might be okay. It's Cathartic. It'd be really bad if it was. Guess they've got the they still have access to what is it? No, they're playing the Ox. Okay. Oh, but the Ox lets them. Yeah, this could be really bad. I can start Cryptic looping them after this turn though, so maybe that's gonna be okay. As long as they don't kill me with Creeping Chill triggers here. Did they get through all their draws there? I guess they did. Yeah, not attacking with the Bloodghast here. I'm gonna take 1. So, not dead yet. So this is gonna give me a Mystic Sanctuary to loop my Cryptic. I think I should just crypt them now. Shut down their whole graveyard. Cast it. So crypt them. Pass the turn, see what's up. Think we're okay from here. We'll see. Suddenly board state. Yeah, that's how Dredge goes. any of their effects that allow them to draw a whack of cards, that can happen. Okay, so I don't have anything that I want to put in my hand right now. So I get to tap all their creatures and draw a card. Do I? Yeah, I do. Okay. Tap all creatures your opponents control, draw a card. So 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 19 cards in the library. Conflag. They play it for 0? Sure. You can have that in your graveyard. Do you have a land drop? And would you like to conflag for... No, you wouldn't. Cool. So I'm gonna fetch my Mystic Sanctuary now. Target Cryptic, put it on top. Yes. Cycle Lonely Sandbar. Okay, and then we go to my turn. Draw a Bauble, that's cool. This EE in my hand's not particularly useful. Do I just want to Tormod's Crypt them here? Yeah, because I have the Bauble for redraw, so I don't need to use that. So I will get the Crypt, play the Crypt. We'll Crypt them. And attack for 4. See you jam, sucker. You got nothing on me. Let's see you jam, sucker. Upkeep stop. Do you have haggle or something? If yes, explain how I die. So we got combat. We're going to go tap all creatures your opponent's control. And return target permanent to its owner's hand. So we return Mystic Sanctuary to my hand and go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then post-combat, play Shriekhorn, sure. Go to my turn, play Sanctuary. Puts Cryptic on top. Yep. Use Emry to play Tormod's Crypt in case I need it. Guess they could Shriekhorn for double Creeping Chill and just kill me? Yeah, they're gonna try it now. Didn't hit him. Cool. I'm gonna bubble them. Cool. They're gonna draw Narcomoeba. That's great for me. And attack for 4. So in their upkeep, I'm gonna draw Cryptic. And then I can use 1, 2, 3, and if I play Urza and EE, cool, yeah, cool. Play another Urza to generate a new construct, which is going to increase the clock substantially. Yep. Also going to play my EE out on 0. This is so that I don't need to use Tormod's Crypt on their turn to cast my Cryptic Command. So that I can keep my Tormod's Crypt up in case they flip Creeping Chills at any point. Try to be combat. I'm going to tap all creatures my opponent's control and return target permanent to its owner's hand. So go 1, blue, blue, blue. If they have a way to return this Bloodghast at instant speed, which they shouldn't have in play, but if they have a way to return that Bloodghast at instant speed, I would be able to block with Urza. Main phase 2, nothing, cool. I don't need to do anything here. Great. I think I've got lethal this turn, so play Pyrite Spellbomb. I think I've got lethal actually a couple different ways, but play out Mishra's Bauble. Play out Mystic Sanctuary for Cryptic. Put Cryptic on top. Crack in for 15. I will kill you, sir. Shriekhorn. Sure, I have Tormod's Crypt in play. No Creeping Chills. I will kill you, sir. Got him. Cool. Neat match against Dredge. So yeah, really neat match there. We're gonna hop right into the next one. Outstanding move. Well, it's sort of what the deck does, and I have lost a lot of games learning how to do that. I think over the last 2 or 3 weeks, I've played 30 plus, well, like 50-ish matches of different Urza decks, but I would say 30 plus of them are of Urza mid-range decks instead of Urza Thopter decks. And I really like this archetype. It's really neat. It really feels like I'm stretching my brain. I won the die roll. Would I like to play first? Yes, please. Against Bruno Caparo. This is not a turn 2 Renin 6. It's tad awkward. It's like pretty close to being a reasonable hand. Gonna keep it. Let's see what sort of weaker hand in this deck is gonna give us. There's lots of things we can draw here to make this okay. So chances are we're gonna go fetch, shock, steam vents, and cycle Lonely Sandbar and or play the Galvanic Blast. That's an Urza's Tower. Okay, so we're fetch shocking and we're gonna cycle. This could be ETron, could be Monograin-tron. Either case, okay, so that's good-ish. Alright, so play Sanctuary for no value, play Tormod's Crypt for no value, play EE for little value. So hopefully we draw a green land of some kind to get Renin 6 going next turn. Chalice on 1. So we're against ETron. It's mildly inconvenient. I think I'm going to actually have to fire off the counter here. Doesn't feel great, but it's just too many 1-drops in this deck that are pretty important. Greenland. That is not a playable card. Cool. We're okay for now. Could have drawn a blue source there too. That would have been alright. Matter Shaper? No, it's going to be another Chalice on 1. Walking Ballista on 1. Yeah, Christopher Walking Ballista. Sure. No, it's not often that I get to shoot people, but when I do, I counter your Galvanic Blast for lack of legal target. Snow-covered Forest. There's an A+ draw. Alright, so we get Renin 6 down now. Use Renin 6 to pick up this Lonely Sandbar since I already made my land drop this turn, and we'll pass that over to them. So we got a draw engine going with Renin 6. Although they do have Scavenger Grounds ready to go shut that off whenever they want to. It's going to be Thought-Knot Seer. Sure. It's not great. I'm going to take my Saheeli, most likely. I get to hold on to my Archmage's Charm, and it does mean they're tapped down, so I'm going to get another use out of my random 6. Took the Archmage's Charm. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. So I guess they don't want me countering their Reality Smasher next turn. No, another Archmage's Charm at the end of the world. Pick up Misty here. Play the Misty Rainforest, and we'll ship the turn right on back. Thought-Knot Seer can't kill my Ran 6 here, and drawing another Archmage's Charm is great when they already counter point 1 from before, because apparently they don't want me to be able to do that. Attacking my Ran 6, sure, so it'll go to 1 loyalty, which means I still have use. Oh my, Mr. Walken. Karen. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that. I think I'm gonna have to counter it. Sorry about the Thoughtseize bug there, bud. Boop. Alright. Draw. Pyrite Spellbomb. Ha. So, plus my Ren 6 to pick up the Misty Rainforest. I could play Saheeli and then play Pyrite Spellbomb. It's going to mean they're going to get to play whatever they want this turn. But I think that's our best choice, unfortunately. Do have a Galvanic Blast in my graveyard that's going to be live too, so we're not in the worst possible shape here. So play Saheeli, play Spellbomb, Spellbomb triggers Saheeli, get a servo, so I can chump block if I want to, and could make a copy of an artifact, don't need to do that, yeah, we're good. So Reality Smasher would be their best play, although they didn't have a land drop last turn. Oh, there's the land drop. One smashy boy. Yeah, there it is. All right. Where are you sending them? I think they're going to kill my Saheeli if they're going to do anything here. Does mean I can get the Galvanic Blast back if I want to. Huh. So Servo will chomp block Thought-Knot Seer. To kill my Ren 6, but I have a replacement, so that's kind of sweet. I do have 3 islands, so my Mystic Sanctuaries are turned on. I'm going to get the Mystic Sanctuary. We're going to put Galvanic Blast on top of my deck, which is live with the number of artifacts I have. Yes, I would like to use the ability. Cool. Go to my turn. Cast Ran 6. Okay. Trigger. Cool. Would like to pick up my Lonely Sandbar because I kind of need to draw Cryptic sooner rather than later. I could make my Sormon's Crypt into a copy of Spellbomb, then sack it to draw a card. Play Mishra's Bauble. I tapped off of all of my red. Alright, so can't Galvanic Blast this turn. Luckily I have enough artifacts. Opponent's going to draw Expedition Map, so that's going to get them a heck of a lot of mana. I think we're done for now. Row. That's an okay draw. 6/6 can definitely outclass a 5/5. Yep. So they get the map, crack the map, get the Urza's Mine. They have 9 infinite mana. 9 infinite being 7. So what do you got here? Another Smasher? You can kill one of my planeswalkers again. Based on last turn, you're going to prioritize killing Ren 6, I guess. In combat, sure. Yeah, you're going to kill Ren 6. Sure. Turning off my land engine is apparently the most important thing for you. Not sure why, but I'll take it. Oh, nope. Switched it. Yeah, I can see why. Saheeli generating blockers is kind of nuts. So to keep my land engine. Karn, well that's real terrifying. Oh, and they can get liquid metal coating right now and play it, sure. Please do not. Or if you do, kill my Mystic Sanctuary. Sorceress Spyglass. Well, that's just rude. So I'm going to turn off my Ren 6, I guess. Yeah, okay. Decent play, I suppose. Fiery Islet. Yeah, something. So I need to use my Galvanic Blast to kill Karn. 10 out of 10. Down to one card in hand. So if I field them off of their Tron, we get slammed next turn, but should be able to bring back Uro. It's a tricky one because they've got the Scavenger Ground still, huh? I want to use my Uro, but I need to be able to play it in the same turn. No. I don't think that's going to be possible, so we just got to cycle this Uro. I guess them having all that mana doesn't matter yet, because they don't... Huh. Yeah. Them having all the mana in the world doesn't matter if they... Yeah. Alright. Them having all the mana in the world does not matter if they can't, or if they only have one card in hand to use it on. They're going to have a second card, but we're going to have to take 9 this turn, but... Ugin. Well, that's pretty horrifying. Although I have no colored permanents for them to kill, so they just make a 2/2 with that. Number of threats they have is just getting nuts, though. Oh, boy. It's just... What is this? Endbringer. Oof. Okay, but we don't have a Wrath or anything like that at all in this deck. Cryptic Command will do something, but not enough. So I have no idea what I can top deck. I don't think it's going to be good enough, whatever it is. Okay, so kill the Thought Knot. Draw a card. Buried Ruin doesn't help because I just need a second green to play the Uro, but it wouldn't matter anyway because Endbringer can stop it from blocking. So we're just dead here. Shoot. Oh, Ceremonious Rejection in the sideboard. Now there's a card that might be worth playing. What actually stops what they have? I have no idea. Cryptic Command would have been like kind of maybe okay-ish, but not great. Blood Moon is shockingly good against that deck. It seems like it wouldn't be, but they actually need to pay colorless mana for a lot of their cards. Other than that, or I could play Damping Sphere instead. I think Damping Sphere... No, Damping Sphere is not good enough here. So do I swap Wrenn and 6 for Blood Moon 1 for 1? I could do that. Tormod's Crypt, though, has no real purpose against that deck. So keep my Wrenn and 6s, at least a couple of them. Weatherstorm and Thragtusk are kind of medium. Pyrite Spellbomb is definitely not very good. Should probably cut down to 1 Wrenn and 6 of them, bring in Blood Moon. Let's try Thragtusk. 5/3 body might be relevant. Alright, yeah, let's try it out this way. Yeah, this is a tough matchup, not one I was considering when I was building my sideboard. Damping Sphere is definitely not super great, so probably should become Ceremonious Rejection. Gives me play against a good number of decks. This says turn 2 Wrenn and 6. It's not great other than that, but this is better than the first keep we had in the first game, so let's try it out. So go Breeding Pool into Wrenn 6 here. Turn 1 map. Yeah. It's an alright draw. Gonna draw Chalice. Alright, so we dodged that. But we are not drawing any gas yet, so hopefully we don't just get myrtleized. Do they not have a land? Or are they just tanking on which land they're going to kill me with? Ghost Quarter. Okay. So no turn 3 Tron. Urza's an okay draw. Definitely very low on artifacts in the deck right now, so. Want to play fetch land, want to fetch with it. I would like to get an Island with it. So just get a basic, pick up my fetch land, and pass the turn back. This might be one of those games where Wrenn and 6 just carries us. Let's see. Yep, map goes. Don't know what they can play on 3 that is super devastating, so from this point forward, another map. Wow. Now Chalice on 1? No. So they get Tron next turn, but like, it's pretty freaking slow. So I get Snow Cover Basic, cool, and pick up my land. And I have too many cards in hand. I play Urza and shields down, so I'm just going to drop my Rainforest back. That's fine. It's fine. It's going to be fine. Cavern of Soul. Well, that's just rude. If they play Thought-Knot Seer here. I want this Cryptic in my graveyard. So I'm going to let that resolve. And then I think I bounce one of their lands and draw a card. Could bounce the Thought Knot, and then I guess I get to draw 2. Yeah, that's something. It's also a big tempo gain, so we'll try that one. Yeah, draw an extra Urza. Draw a Buried Rune. Well, that's something. Takes the Thragtusk, yeah, so they've got a Smasher in hand. For sure. Emry's not great here. I can put the Cryptic on top of my deck. It's probably worth doing. Okay. Yes. Play Urza. So that gives me 5 points of toughness if they play a Reality Smasher. Pick up the Misty Rainforest. And wish that I had Ceremonious Rejection in my sideboard. But live and learn. Live and learn. I know they've got Thought Knot Seer, but maybe they don't have another land? They did have an incredibly slow early game, but it doesn't seem likely that they're missing a land drop here. Possible, but unlikely. No Astrolabes drawn on my side is a little unfortunate. Still looks better for me than last game. Yeah. Karen. Yes. Deactivated abilities of my construct cannot be played. Very well. Gets Pithing Needle. Do you have the 1 mana? You do. Okay. Needle, sure. Needle my Ren 6. That is inconvenient. Sure. So draw Cryptic. I have a land drop. This puts me up to 6 mana. Which means I can play Urza. So I'm on 7 mana. Play Urza, that gets me up to 8 mana. It also gets me 3 power. So if I want to not Cryptic, if I can survive not Crypticing for 1 turn, then I'm going to be in incredible shape. So we're just going to play Urza. Yeah. Play another Urza, keep the original. Yeah, keep the original. It's giving me a second construct. Second construct makes my first construct into a 2/2, which means I can attack Karn. This doesn't free my Renin 6. Shoot. I think I was thinking somehow that it would. It's okay. We're gonna be fine. Since I'm gonna have to take 1 damage anyway, either way, let's use this Misty to get a snow-covered island. Play Emry, Lurker of the Loch. Mill myself. Cool. Got lots of good targets for things. So just gotta try to make it through this turn. Okay. So if they have a Smasher, they're gonna be in good shape. No, they've got Thought Knot, so I guess I could Thought Knot my Cryptic. They did draw an Eldrazi Temple. What is this for 7? Eldrazi spell for 7. 6. All is dust. Good God! Well, that was unexpected. Yeah. Well. Haven't seen that in a while. Well, if I was going to draw anything there. So. Play Urza number 3. Attack for 6. Yeah, and I have Cryptic Mana up. They do have a Cavern of Souls, so if they play Thought Knot Seer. Okay, the other Mystic Sanctuary is in my graveyard, so if I want Cryptic to be loopable, I have to if I want to be able to loop the Cryptic, I have to bounce the Mystic Sanctuary I have in play, because I think that was my last Random 6 in my deck. Yeah, so that was the only Random 6 in my deck. So Thought Knot Seer is going to resolve. Gonna fetch. I got a shock. Oh, that sucks. Well, shocking steam vents? Yeah, well, that was not the right choice, but that's okay. Gonna bounce that. Sorry, bounce my Sanctuary and draw a card. Yeah. So blue, 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 and blue. So we're gonna draw a spell because, of course, yep, drew Blood Moon. That's gonna be okay. They can take me on Blood Moon. The constructs are in fact alive, and they're kicking ass. Can use Buried Ruin to pick up any artifact, which right now contains some reasonable choices. Mind Stone, that's fine. To Warping Whale to kill my Urza. Well, that's really frustrating. Wow. Well, nobody said magic was easy. Okay. So again, Mystic Sanctuary to put Cryptic on top of my deck, or Archmage's Charm, but it's not super relevant, whereas I could Buried Ruin. Yeah, Buried Ruin. Gonna put Mishra's Bauble into my hand. Play it. Now all my creatures are 4/4s. And I will attack for 12. Get him, Finnies. Opta. Indeed, sir, indeed. Opita. Holy freaking crap. Those guys are really big. Can you give me a card draw, eh? Maybe I'll draw my 4th Urza. Ba-boom! No. But Blood Moon is pretty hot here. Wish that I could sack this Fiery Islet right now, but I can't. Hopefully this... I do have a Wastes in play, but... hopefully this is relevant at all. Maybe another card? That's another Karn. Well, that's horrifying. They can't cast a bridge if they get a bridge. Even if they could, it wouldn't be enough. Liquid metal coating. Yep, so they can start killing the lands. But I don't think that's going to be super relevant. Yeah. They might play Chalice on one instead. Yep, and they scoop there. Whew! Holy freaking crap. That was a heck of a game. Alright, so Ren 6 almost carried us, even though I almost took them entirely out of the deck. Obviously, opponent had a bit of a weird draw. Blood Moon did wonderful work right at the end. Pyrite Spellbomb is probably better than 1 EE. Yeah. We're going around 3. Veil's no good. Ashiok's pretty medium. I wish I could keep all the Ren 6s, but I just... Ren 6 and Blood Moon is such a non-bow that I'm not willing to keep it. Thank you very much for hanging out, Phil. It's better than having a chat of 0. Okay. This is an early Emry. Turn 1 Emry. It's actually a pretty decent thing to be able to do against them and start generating value right away. So, gonna keep this. It's not the best hand I've ever seen, but Chalice on 0. Well, that's super tilting because that's normally not a big deal against me, and in this game, it's a huge deal. Why? Oh, I fetched the wrong land there. If I had Buried Ruined on 1, I could have played my EE. Yeah. So, bit of a mistake there. We can recover. So, and the best land to get a Steam in. Sorry. Okay. We're going to be fine. As long as they don't immediately cast Chalice on 1. They are now going to cast Chalice on 1. Don't do it. Have a heart. Don't do it. Don't you dare do it. Walking Ballista. That's fine. In fact, that has a CMC of 0. So that is going to die to my EE. So hopefully you don't have your... hopefully you don't have your one like pithing needle in your hand right now. Right this moment. So I was supposed to do this on turn 1, and then I would be able to kill these on turn 2. Hopefully we'll still get away with it if they... Ha! No problem, man. Hopefully they don't have their one pithing needle right now. I think they only keep them in the sideboard. If they have Tron right here, that would suck. Doesn't look like it. Don't roy me, opponent. You had no land drop because... damn it. Alright. Well, Mindstone. Okay, that's fine. That's not impressive. You have Reality Shaper too? Matter Reshaper? No. Cool. Great. Super. Astrolabe. Yeah, can't cast that right now. I'm going to play tapped Mystic Sanctuary, and yeah, looks like we're passing the turn. Doesn't feel great, but this is where we're at with our lives. Can I make a Scion token with Warping Whale? What are you doing over there, friend? What are you doing? Not sacking your Mindstone, I guess? I don't know what's happening. I will take your 1. I will take it. Give it to me. Give it to me, baby. Give it to me, baby. Scavenger Grounds could be a little frustrating here, but E for 0, get rid of Walking Ball and Chalice, and now we get to play out an Emry and really get the ball rolling. So if we can make it through this next turn, we can dodge a ball. Okay, so Bauble. I'm gonna play my other Bauble because there could be another Chalice coming around. So Pyrite Spellbomb. Yeah. Play Emry. Mill a bunch of cards that are gonna get exiled. Hopefully none of them lands. Hey, look, it's an Uro. And I will put one Bauble in my graveyard on my opponent's turn. Yeah, they have Thought-Knot Seers. So whenever your opponent has targeted discard, you want to make sure that you Bauble on their upkeep to protect that card from getting Thought Seized or whatever. Exile my Emry. Sure, I've got a backup. But I'll never tell. Till next turn when I play it. Okay, upkeep Bubble. Also potentially going to be able to play an Urza, because I'm going to draw 2. You have the Thought-Knot here? Nope. Sacking Mindstone, sure. Thought-Knot as well. Top deck Thought-Knot? Nope. Battery Ship, that's fine. The weakest Eldrazi. Still a decent card, but far and away the least threatening. Okay, so play Urza. Urza's great because he blocks like a house. The Brick Hit House. Urza. Okay. They do have a Scavenger Ground, so we're just going to hold on to a Bauble in play. Thought-Knot? That's Thought-Knot. Okay. It's unfortunately going to be able to snag my Galvanic Blast, but that's not the end of the world. Yeah. Secret shame that is my uncastable Astrolabe. They're attacking with Matter Reshaper. I will block with Urza. I think they're counting on me killing it. I don't want to, so I won't. I want to Bauble them. Yeah, because they can't Scavenger Grounds me right now, so I can just rebuy it. Okay. Got drawing a Power Plant, so that gives them no Tron yet. Cool. Misty Rainforest means I can scoop a card out of my bin with a Sanctuary, or I can replay this Uro. Yeah, I can if I go and get a... No, I can't. No, not yet, but next turn I could. So I'm going to go fetch a green. Snow-covered forest. Play the Astrolabe. Finally have a Snowland. Construct is now a 4/4. Excellent, excellent. Okay. Use Emry to replay a Bauble. Construct's now 5/5. If I want to, I could sack my Buried Ruin to rescue an artifact if they try to nuke my yard. I think I could take Urza for a spin here. I've already played a land for turn, so it's slightly risque, but maybe worth doing. Alternatively, I can just leave my mana up. Still have a draw engine even without Bauble, so I'm just going to Bauble them again. Right, that's the Power Plant. That's not going to put them on Tron. That's fine, and I'm going to get to draw a card on their upkeep. Piece of Interaction, perhaps? No, just another Mystic Sanctuary. It's actually a pretty good draw anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana for Eldrazi. So let's see what's up here. They play something super devastating. Is that Smasher? It's probably Smashing Boy. Yeah, Smasher's not too bad actually on this board. Just the Smasher, huh? I can take the 5 right now. I've got a 6/6 coming in next turn, so it's gonna be a-okay. Do I end of turn spin Urza? Sure. Let's see if we get lucky. Blood Moon. Would have been nice, but not the end of the world. So Mystic Sanctuary can put Galvanic Blast on top of my deck. Sounds good. Oh, nope. Didn't have enough islands. Well, those are the kind of misplays you make when you're tired. We're going to be fine. We're going to be a-okay. So I'll play Uro for green. Green, blue, blue. Exile, land, land. Got lots of baubles. Thragtusk that I can't get back. And Emry that I can't get back. Cool. I've got a 6/6. Also gains me life. Put a land on the battlefield? Yes, please. Okay, do I want to play this Saheeli? Sure. I guess this is crazy playing into another All Is Dust. So actually, 7 Archmage's Charm. I'm going to undo. Cool. Cancel. Can't start attacking yet. I can't activate Emry, so I will get back a Bauble, cast the Bauble. Now I've got a 5/5 Construct and a 6/6 Titan, so we're in good shape. Take it away, opponent. Yeah, risque. Was it Thought Knot? Thought Knot, yeah. This guy gets it. Looks like we're going to make it through this one. Looks like. I do have Archmage's Charm. They don't have a Cavern of Souls, so pretty good shape. Another Smasher? Nope. 6. Eugene. No, that's getting countered. You countered as hell, Eugene. Get out of here, nerd. Beep, 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 beep. Your attacks are futile, opponent. Okay, go to my turn. Cool. Breeding Pool. Not super great, but it'll be fine. Shock it, sure. Play Saheeli. So Saheeli is super neat because Saheeli can make... I'm going to use Emry to cast EE, I guess. And cast it for 0. She's going to trigger Saheeli. Gives me a servo. I'm going to target Astrolabe. I don't need Astrolabe right now. I'm going to make Astrolabe into a construct. So now I have 2 7/7 constructs. So I'm going to attack for 7, 6, and 7 here. Smash. Draw an extra card. It's a freaking Cryptic Command. That's like fire. The hottest of fire. This is right here is how we close out the game. Yep. Would you like to struggle to stay alive, opponent? Struggle has been initiated. They're going to flip Chalice of the Void. They could put it into play, or they could cast it. And it looks like we got the match. Again, looks like I am always ready to be blown out. Put Chalice in on 0, sure. So it looks like we're going to be 3-1 heading into the last match here. Okay, so Expedition map can get them Blast Zone, but Blast Zone only cracks for 1 the first turn they have it, so I'm not super worried about that. They could complete their Tron, yeah, sure. And they're going to cast All the Dust. They're going to cast Eugene. I'm just going to counter that and tap their team. No, I'm going to counter that and bounce my Mystic Sanctuary, and that should be the soul-crushing moment that elicits the concession. Oh, and make a servo. Kaboom. Yep, and we got the match win. Cool. We have one more match to play. I am 3-1 right now. I'm going to hit the washroom real quick, and we're going to wrap this thing up. Hopefully get a 4-1 with this baby. Alrighty. Philip and anyone watching on YouTube, we are going into the final match here. We're going to be over 6 hours of streaming for the first time since I started, I believe. Playing Sultai, Delirium, and Pioneer is not a quick ordeal, and neither is playing Urza Midrange in Modern, but we're doing it, baby. We're doing it. Putting on some Earth, Wind, and Fire, baby. Storm, Earth, and Fire, heed my call. Winning die rolls is a great place to start. So we've got 3 lands, Astrolabe, Mishra's Bauble, Astrolabe. This hand could be anything. It could even be a boat. Certainly could be a game win, so we're going to stick with it. Urza just swagging his way across this art. I freaking love that. I'm going to hold on to the Bauble. Am I? No, I don't need to. Go to opponent's upkeep. Let's crack it. What do you got there, nerd? Stamping Ground. So, Jund, you say? Oh, no. More Dredge. Wonderful. Let's draw a Tormod script. Nice and early, maybe? Hey! I guess that's how you do it like a professional, maybe. Ranon Sex? Sure. So we have a single Tormod script, so now we're looking to find an Emry, Lurker of the Loch. So Tormod script is single use right now, so we got to be careful. We just got to look for the maximum opportunity to use it when there are multiple triggers or dredge cards in the bin. So there's a Snakeweed Imp there. They're going to dredge. This is where we're going to use it. So they just flipped a bunch of stuff, including a Narcomoeba and a Prized Amalgam. Snakeweed Imp is in their hands, so just had to blow it there. That was going to be enough stuff that dealing with it early was going to be tough. Hopefully they're not able to rebuild already. Galvanic Blast should be okay-ish. I don't really want to shock this Steam Vents right now. And in order to use it, I would have to kind of need my mana. So we're going to play Snow Covered. We're going to go green, red off of the blue to play Ranon 6. Ranon 6 is going to pick up a land, and we pass a back. Let's see how nuts they go with 2 Shriekhorns and a Life from the Loam. Creeping Chill, sure. Get shot, ow. There's an Arcum, but there's no prized amalgams right now, so that's okay. Plus I have a Renin 6 to ping it. Conflag, Cathartic, Thug. That's fine. We got Life from the Loan to play, so they're going to pick up the land, play the land. That'll get the blood gassed out. But that's still not a terribly large board yet. They're responding to the blood gas trigger with a blood crypt. Cycle Forgotten Cave. Okay, they're going to dredge more here. Flip a Creeping Chill, sure. Get shot again. Go to 13. Okay, that's it. We're still alive? Okay, cool. Emry is a great draw here, because that means after the next turn we're going to be able to start looping my Tormod's Crypts. Galvanic Blast. I don't really want to fire it off, so we're going to go get a snow-covered island. Play Urza. Going to use Astrolabe to play Emry. Why? We'll use Renin 6 to pick up Mystic Sanctuary. Oh, we milled over both. Woof! Alright, and we've got Galvanic Blast ready to go. Shriek 1, sure. There's another Creeping Chill, so we're going to 9. How many have they hit? 1, 2, 3. Jeez. We get to start looping Tormod's Crypt if we can survive one more turn, so here's hoping. Maybe should have shot the Narcomoeba with Renin 6. If I die by 1 life, then that will be the case. They do have a Conflag in their graveyard, so if they want a Conflag to kill my Emry, they can. They're going to Loam here. They can still Conflag. They can Conflag even bigger, actually. Okay, so this is going to be a big, complicated Conflag, and I'm not sure what they're hitting. Urza and Emry. Well, that's horrifying. God, that card is so obnoxious. Yeah, can't stop that. But at least I'm alive. Oh, and I didn't tap Urza. Okay, so we're going to take 1. Or I didn't use Urza for mana, but I think we'll be okay. So don't think I have a way to draw a card. So putting the Cryptic on top is actually... No, it's actually pretty useful. So we can start Cryptic looping starting next turn, although I needed to play the Emry first. Okay, so don't worry, anyone out there in Internet land who's thinking that I was starting to be a good player. Still going to make real bad mistakes. Still might be able to get there, but it's definitely not looking good. It was really important to get that Emry in this turn, but didn't do it. They mill. Got pretty lucky there with their Dredge. I did. But unfortunately, they have this Ox of Agonis, which is going to be nuts. So we'll see how nuts. They've got 1 more Creeping Chill. They've got a number of Blood Ghasts, but I know the 1 card in their hand. They're probably going to triple mill. I think they've lost 2 Conflags, though, or just the 1? Just the 1. But I think they're down to 1 nowadays, so we'll see if So Ox, they're milling, or they're dredging. They're down to 11 cards in library. Yeah, Arcum was coming out along with one prize amalgam, although the other conflag is there. You can see it now. And here comes more Bloodghasts. Begin combat, sure. Gonna block one. Okay, gonna Galvanic Blast. I guess I have the Cryptic on top, so I'm actually okay. As long as the conflag can't kill me. Brain is still growing wrinkles to understand half of the shit that's going on. Yeah, it is a very complicated deck, and Dredge is not helping. Dredge is a weird deck to play against. Conflag my Construct. Yeah, that's actually tremendously good for me. Yeah. Sweet. Okay, so draw the Cryptic. Cool. Play Scalding Tarn. Pick up another Mystic Sanctuary. Play Emry. Pass the turn. So they're going to upkeep, dredge something, I'm sure. But they're not going to be able to attack anymore. And I think they've burned through their 2 conflags, so I don't know if they can win this game anymore. And thanks to Emry, I'm going to be able to draw a card every turn. Yeah, we're in good shape. This is the exact setup we need to win this game. Oh, yeah. I mean, Dredge is just super complicated to play against, and I'm just trying to play at a reasonable pace so that I don't run into clock problems. So, black and green. Life from the Loam. I don't think you have any more conflags in your deck, so I'm gonna say this is okay. Sure. They do have the one last Creeping Chill, but as long as I don't go down to 3, I think I'm okay here. Begin combat, sure. I'm going to tap all your guys and draw a card. Cool. Sweep back again. Bloodghasts. Sure, you got more Bloodghasts. And a prized amalgam. So go to my turn. Oh, not yet. All right, go to my turn. Sure. Another Emry, that's fine. So use Emry to get back Bauble. Okay. Cast the Bauble. Cast Aether Spellbomb. Play Mystic Sanctuary. Mystic Sanctuary puts Cryptic on top of my deck. Yep. Bauble my opponent now. So Bauble says I'm going to draw at the beginning of the next upkeep. That'll be before they can attack me. Use Ren 6 to pick up a land here. And pass the turn back over. So I'm about to draw Cryptic. Draw the Cryptic. Cool. So as long as they can't burn me, I am fine. And they do have a Creeping Chill in their deck, for sure. Tap all creatures your opponents control with draw a card. No. Tap all creatures and return that card. And I can just loop the same thing every single turn from here on. So draw Saheeli, play Sanctuary. Sanctuary puts Cryptic on top. So my opponent seems like they've F6'd at this point. So they're just saving all the clicks they can. They're just draining my clock here, which is fine. I should have Saheeli'd before I played that Bauble, but that's going to be okay. 1, 2, 3, and then do I have enough to play it afterwards? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can fetch down a 4 for Saheeli. It's not really worth it. Cryptic's on top of my deck. And if I fetched right now, I would shuffle away the Cryptic. So I didn't plus my Ren 6 there, but that's okay, because that's not what matters right now. What matters right now is maintaining the loop. And I clicked through it, and now I die. Alright, well, when you're tired and you're walking that razor's edge, sometimes you make a mistake and you lose. So there's a kind of mistake that would never happen in paper, but I was just clicking quickly. Should have gotten that game, but that's okay. So we've got Ashiok's coming in. And don't remember too much else that I was going to do last time. It might have been Thragtusks. Take out EE and Archmage's Charm? Yeah, something like that. Shoot. Can't believe I punted that game. These are fun games, but boy is it taxing to have to successfully click on everything. And when Moto starts lagging a bit, it's not the most fun. Should have kicked Moto earlier. Yeah, it's taken up over 2 gigs. I wonder if I can kick it quick. So I'm going to go back to idle screen. Next 2 games might be mine, but it's, yeah, Dredge is tricky. When stealing game 1 from Dredge is usually a really big deal. I played that really, really well to get to that point. That's the only thing that was frustrating. It's going to be fun. And we already had the 3-1, so we've already made back our burrito money. So just playing for the 4-1 here. Having trouble booting back up. Maybe this time. There we go. Would I like to play first? Yes, please. I'm aware there's an infinite horizon of things happening right now. There we go. Alright, load it back in. Tormod's Crypt in the opening hand, but a 1-lander. Yeah. I don't really think I can keep this. It's a 23-land deck, but my 1 land is colorless, so let's ship that. This is terrible against Dredge. So I'm going to go to 5. Oof. Best hand so far, unfortunately. So toss this slow draw. Toss this slow draw. Yep. So turn 1 we're going Breeding Pool, Bauble, Bauble. Hopefully draw some hate. Leyline of Sanctity. So I can't bauble my opponent. So I'm just going to have to bauble myself twice. I can shuffle before some of my draws. Oh, this means I can't Tormod's Crypt them. Well, that's super unfortunate, because I think that's all my graveyard hate. They've got Haggle here? Yeah, okay, we're in big trouble. So, yeah, I can only bubble myself. Archmage's Charm, sure. Do you have a fetch land here so I can shuffle away 1 unappealing draw? They dredge 2, they dredge the Leyline, so that's something. Green, red. What is green and red? Life Level, sure. Okay, so bubble myself. Urza on top, I will shuffle that away. Definitely don't need another Urza right now. Draw. Emry with no artifacts. Well, that's the most tilting. Whew. It's like the worst possible combination of draws. Well, looks like we might be dead today. Always remember to kick your client before it got as bad as it was earlier. I can't even play that Astrolabe because I didn't get a basic. Oh, well, mull to 5 and die. It's fine. I mean, this is how it goes. I am tired and I need to definitely get to sleep relatively soon. I don't need to, but I wouldn't mind. So, lost the other game, and then this one just went horrendously. That's how it goes sometimes when you're playing Magic. Still loaming. Let's see if I hit a land that makes this hand almost playable, but Ashiok can't even target them, so yeah, we're done here, unfortunately. So overall, my very first go with my Temur Urza midrange deck went really quite well. 3-2 is not the most impressive record. However, I punted a game insanely there against... oh, this is not the correct version. That is one of the versions I took inspiration from. Where are you hiding? Oh, there you are. So overall went really well. So punted the game there against Dredge and lost match 1 to Neoshoalbrand, which is just a heinous matchup. Managed to squeak out a win against ETron that was really impressive. Generally had some really cool stuff happen. And then punted that game against Dredge and then lost game 2 on a bad set of mulligans. So thoughts after the fact. Obviously we can't play Rest in Peace, but that would have been nice against the Leyline sideboard from Dredge, but I don't know how often they do specifically that. Damping Spheres were not particularly great here. I think Ceremonious Rejection is something I've seen on some boards that seems like could be appealing. Mystical Dispute, also worthy of consideration. Then in the main deck, Archmage Charm was just generally a low performer, so I think I might go up to 3 Cryptics, 3 Metallic Rebukes. See how that feels. Saheeli performed quite well in a couple matches. Ren 6 was really, really decent. Main deck Tormod's Crypt was fine. Yeah, just overall felt pretty good. The Buried Ruin was mostly not great. There was one game where it was able to put my EE in on 0 against a Chalice on 0. But Field of Ruin would have done that the same, or Ghost Quarter. Possibly the 4th Emry might be worth it instead. Emry seemed really good, or maybe another 0 or 1 mana artifact. Anyway, it's been an incredibly long evening, so I'm going to wrap this right up. I want to thank everyone who dropped by, because it was a lot more people than I have ever seen in this channel before. New subscriber on here, or new follower, Nightmare Apple. And thank you to Slow Wolf for the raid. Thanks for Faithless Brewing for dropping by, and everyone have yourself a greatest day.